Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica and I run a small business called Looping Teddies. And today we're doing another market vlog. So I'm super excited about this. It's currently the day before the market. So it's currently Friday and my market is on Saturday and Sunday. So it's a 2-day market event. And I have done this event before, but I will tell you more about that later on in the video. But for now, I have a couple of things to do. I am about to start my workday because I do work on Fridays, so I want to get a bit of stuff done before I start my workday and then also work on some more things once I'm finished with work for today. But first of all, I wanted to unpack something with you because for this market I will have to bring my tent and I have not bought any weights for my tent yet, so I went ahead and bought some. So here they are. They already arrived yesterday, so it's a huge box. And if you're wondering whether I'm really strong or what is going on here, these weights are water weights, so I will have to put water into them because they're really light now, so I can lift them easily. I'm not that strong, so I will have to put water into those weights. But I've been to this market venue before, so I know that there's a water source there where I can just take the water from and fill them up there, so I can take them there in their light state and just make them heavy once I'm there and I don't have to lift all of that heavy stuff. But first, let's unpack these and then we will get into some other stuff. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but my washing machine is going absolutely crazy right now because I did put in the tablecloths because they were still not washed from the last market, and I really like to wash them in between every single market because there's just a lot of kids at my booth always and they like to touch everything, and my tablecloths just have seen a lot, so I wash them in between every single market, and that is what is going on in the background if you can hear it. And let's unpack the weights. Okay, so I just looked at them, and the way these work is you have two parts and you kind of put them around your tent leg, and then there's these screws that you kind of just screw in on the side and kind of tighten it around the tent leg. And then at the top here, at the top here you can just fill in the water then and just close it up again. But this is the way this works, and I'm hoping that this fits my tent leg. I've not tried it out obviously, and we will not try it out today, so we will see if that works. But I'm thinking that I will just store them back into the box and kind of take them with me like that because that's easy, that's simple. They fit into the box perfectly and are stored in there nicely. So that's all about the tent weights. So they have arrived and they look perfectly fine, so I'm super excited to try them out. I'm kind of a bit slightly nervous that they will not fit my tent legs, but we will see what we do about that once it happens. But I'm also waiting on another delivery because I ordered a third table finally. I've been talking about this for such a long time and I finally did it, and it is supposed to arrive today. So I'm really hoping it does because otherwise I cannot take it to my market. Somebody commented on my last video and suggested to me that I should get some shelving instead of a table, and I love that idea because I love the look of booths that have tables and shelving, but my car is tiny, so I'm thinking that that will not fit in there at all. I'm kind of scratching on the maximum capacity for my car with all of the stuff, with having to bring the canopy, now these weights, this box is kind of huge, having another table, and I just don't think that any shelving unit would fit into this car, and kind of sad about that because I think that looks really nice, but for me that's just not possible right now. I don't think So I'm waiting on my table, and then I also have to charge my card reader. I store that in my cash box, so I have to get that out later and look at it and charge it, because I haven't charged it in a long time. It doesn't need to charge every single time, like after every single market. The battery kind of holds up for a long time, but I think that now is finally a time where I should charge it again. So that's what we will do later on. And I'm thinking that I will probably pack my car tonight and not tomorrow, because setup starts at 8 tomorrow and I have to go to the venue, and it takes me about an hour to go there. This is kind of like the market that is the furthest away from my house that I've ever done, so I have to drive there for an hour. So that means I have to leave at 7, and I'm not a morning person, so I think that I will pack my car tonight and just drive there tomorrow without having to do anything beforehand. Okay, so it's now a while later and I have finished with my workday, and look at what arrived earlier today. So there's my table. I'm about to unpack it, but before, I wanted to check in and tell you that I'm currently charging my card reader and also drying my tablecloths out in the sun. So all that's left to do is just pack up my market bag where I like to bring yarn and crochet supplies so I can work on projects there, and also try out this table, and then I'm done with everything that I need to prepare on the day before a market, except for loading the car. So that is something that I will do later on, because right now it's still, you can probably tell by the lighting in this room that it's super sunny out and it's super hot. So I am waiting until later on tonight when it has cooled down just a bit so I can load up my car without being super hot. But it's actually a good thing because the weather is supposed to be super nice all weekend. So there's no forecast of any rain, any wind, or anything like that. It's just supposed to be super sunny and super nice summer weather all weekend. And now let's unpack the table. Okay, so honestly, this kind of looks the same as my other table that I have. I was kind of nervous that this was going to work in a very different way, but it's kind of the same. It has this red lever that you kind of have to push, so you cannot fold the table when it's set up. And then it has these legs that kind of slide out and snap in place. And this table is actually height adjustable, so you can switch the height of this table with these little bobbins. And my other tables don't do that. They have one single height that they are at, but this one can be set to the same height as my other tables, so that's not a big problem. And it's looking pretty high quality, so I am pretty happy with this purchase, and it's definitely the right idea to get another table for this event, because I received the layout plan for this market and my booth is actually at the end of a row. So I have two sides that are open to the public, and having 3 tables is a must for that. So super happy about this table arriving today and in time of my market. So I will now put it back down, and you will probably see me again when I am packing my car. Okay, good morning guys. It is now market day. It's around 7:10 and I wanted to leave at 7. So I'm already running kind of late, but I looked at the roads and they seem to be clear for now, so that is all good. So I will be arriving shortly after 8 and setup starts at 8, so super good timing. My car is packed. It is packed to the brim, but I could not show that to you last night because I was packing it super late and it was already dark out. So I just filmed a short clip once I was done with putting all of the stuff that I wanted to put in there yesterday in there. And what I usually do for packing my car is I put everything into the car except for my inventory, and then also for this bag that you see back there, because that is all of my yarn and supplies, and I also have my tablecloths on there and my cash box, so I don't put that into my car. I'm not worried about my car getting broken into because I live in like a small town, so that is not a problem, but I don't want my inventory to get wet or damp during the night, so that's why I don't do that. But I really need to leave now. I will stop on the way and get some food for the day. I did pack a little bit, but I realized that there are no food vendors there, so I need to get some lunch as well because the market is from 10 to 6, so it's kind of a long market. And I also packed 2 bottles of water, so almost 1.5 liters of water. That should be enough because last time in my last market vlog I was so dehydrated all of the time because it was so hot as well. I don't want that to happen again, so I packed a lot of water. And yeah, I would say let's go drive to the venue and I will see you there. Okay, so setup is almost done. I just reparked my car because we had to go out of the way. And now I will go inside the store and try and figure out where the bathroom is because I need water to weigh down my tent. So that is the plan. People are starting to show up because the store opened at 9, even though the market only starts at 10. I don't really know what happened there, but all good so far. It's super hot. I was kind of nervous because I forgot to bring like any long sleeve, but that was not a problem because I'm sweating. Okay, so it's about 10:30 and I just made my first sale, which was a little bee. I'm currently working on a popping mushroom. So far it has been super slow, but it was the same way the last time, so I'm hoping that it picks up during lunchtime, but we will see.
Someday never comes, road trips and shotgun, sunshine on my skin, smile is kicking in, vibes are in the air, jumping everywhere, endless nights, 'cause summer's on my mind. I'm drenched in sunshine and good.
Okay, so update. I've had one more sale since last time and it's almost 1. So the market has been going on for 3 hours now and it's so slow. Like, this is probably my worst market ever, but it's the same for everybody because there's just no foot traffic around. I will do a lap in just a second and show you that there's just no one. Okay, another update. The sun is finally moving out of my booth and it is still super slow. I have sold so far, let me get out my book. I have sold so far not a lot of stuff. It's like 6 sales and 9 items in total. So that's just a bummer. I am being pretty productive though, because I have made 10 poppable mushrooms in the past hours. So it is about tear down time and I have been putting in my side walls already, and I will definitely take all of my product, but will probably leave some of the display pieces here, even though I might just pack them because it has been pretty damp overnight in the past few days. So I'm thinking that I might just take all of the display items as well and just leave the tables and the tablecloths here and pack the rest, because it's not that much work and then it won't get ruined. So that is the plan for now, and yeah, I'll show you the teardown process.
Changing the station with an open mind. I don't wanna sound selfish, but I'm not coming back. The highs of your touch like vertigo. It's a fight or flight rush, no way to take it slow. Got me feeling like I could breathe in space. In space. Someday never comes, road trips and shotgun, sunshine on my skin, smile is kicking in, vibes are in the air, jumping everywhere, endless nights, 'cause summer's on my mind.
Okay, so let's do a short little recap of day 1. And I know I look super rough, but it's super hot, so the car door is also open. If you can hear any background noises, that is because I don't want to pass out from heat stroke, because it is still super hot. So because of that, I think the foot traffic was so low because the location where I'm at is located right next to a lake, or like 15 minutes away from a lake, and I think that a lot of people chose to go swimming or hanging out at the lake instead of going to shop at the furniture store. So very low foot traffic. I'm still kind of in a good mood, even though I did not sell a lot of things, because I know that this was not because of me or my products being not the thing that people want, because I think that I actually sold quite a lot of stuff compared to a lot of other vendors that only sold like 1 or 2 items the whole day. So still in a good mood. Let's see how it is tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of more special because the store is actually open on Sunday and all other stores are closed on Sundays. So it might be better, it might be worse, but we will see what will happen. And I will go home now. I will stop on the way and definitely pick up something to drink because I am super thirsty. It was so hot under my tent and the sun stayed in there for such a long time that I finished all of my water that I brought with me kind of around like 3, and it's now 6:30. So I'm super thirsty, so I will stop at a supermarket, get something to drink, and then I will drive home about 1 hour. So I will do that, and I will probably see you again tomorrow morning when we go back to day 2. Welcome back to day 2. I am about to leave to go to the venue, and setup is again from 8 to 10, but I am planning to be there at around 9:15 because I have a lot of my stuff still set up, so I only need to put in my inventory, and I don't think that will take me all that long. So that's why I decided to leave a little later. I'm also looking really rough because I have not slept a full night of sleep since probably last weekend, so I am slightly puffy, but I'm hoping that this will solve itself while I'm on the road. I also restocked some of the yarn that I'm taking for today. I crocheted up almost a whole skein of white yarn into mushroom pops yesterday. So I restocked and took another whole white skein of yarn because I am planning on making more mushroom pops today, because I am still market prepping for fall and winter and I have nowhere near enough even after a whole day of crocheting them. So that is the plan for today, and we will see where the market will take us. I don't think that it will be any more busy than yesterday, but we will see. A surprise might happen. But even if it doesn't pick up, I'm still able to market prep a lot and I'm not like sitting around and doing nothing. So we will see about that. But now I will go there and I will check back in with you later on when we're at the venue. Quick update. It is about 12 and we had a rush of people at around 11 when the store opened, but now it is back to being super quiet. But I've had a couple sales so far and I already did about half or like a third of what I did yesterday all day, and the market is for another 5 hours, so we will see what will happen. I'm still working on mushroom pops and just hanging out. Final update, it's 4:30. The market is supposed to go until 5, but people are starting to tear their stuff down, and since this market is super dead, I will probably start tear down in just a second as well. So I will see you for the time lapse.
Okay, growing up I read books about enchanting bliss, falling head over heels, sealed by a true love's kiss. Embers in the air, flickers everywhere, a fire you just can't miss. Now the older I get, the more I reminisce. I want it sincerely, so I'm still daydreaming. I see it so clearly. If you're out there, come find me. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly, lighting up the sky like the fireworks on the 4th of July. The city will ignite magic, wonder, thunder, striking through my heart. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly, looking in his eyes. Why is it seen as naive if I think it's all real? That when you know, you just know the butterflies you feel. It's not out of touch if what I want is something that I deal. When he's the one, I'll be done, my heart forever seal. I'm not one to be patient, but I'll patiently wait. What's the point of a romance if it's not there to stay? I should probably mention that I'm perfectly fine being alone for a lifetime. Less is perfectly right. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly, lighting up the sky like the fireworks on the 4th of July. The city will ignite magic, wonder, thunder, striking through my heart. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly, looking in his eyes. All the sparks will fly. All the sparks will fly. All I want is to feel and believe that that one true love can get enough. Oh yeah. All I want is to know it, to grow it. It's true love, it'll be enough. Oh, listen in the pouring rain, but it's just like a movie, just like a fairy tale. If it's anything less, don't think that I'll ever be saying yes. When I fall in love, all the sparks should fly, lighting up the sky like the fireworks on the 4th of July. The city will ignite magic, wonder, thunder, striking through my heart. When I fall in love, all the sparks will fly.
So welcome to the market recap part of this video. It is now Monday and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this market and then also go over everything that's sold and if I made a profit at this super dead market. So first of all, let's talk a bit about this market. So this market was on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was 10 to 6 and Sunday was 10 to 5. So it's kind of a long market and I've done this market before and last time it was actually pretty successful, but this time was a very different experience, as you can kind of tell already from all of the check-ins I did throughout the 2 days. So this market is a deal with a furniture store that we set up in front of. So us vendors get to set up for free at this venue and in return the store gets to be open on Sunday. So that is kind of nice. There's very little risk in setting up there because you don't have to pay anything when you bring your own tent, which I do have. So I took my own tent and I didn't have to pay any booth fee for this market, which is kind of great because I did not sell a lot of things. So this is actually one of the markets where I think that the good weather was not good for us vendors because it was super hot, super nice weather, and I think that a lot of people did not want to shop at a furniture store when it's super nice weather outside and they would rather do some summer activities than shopping at a store. So there was just not a lot of foot traffic. I think I talked a lot about that in my check-ins during the 2 days, so we do not need to go over that again. I will be returning to this market even though this one was so slow because first of all, it's very low risk. I don't have to pay anything except for the cost of driving there. And last time I did this market, which was in mid-March, this was super successful for me. So I sold quite a lot of stuff last time, and the next market in front of the store will be at the end of October, so the last October weekend. and I think that this market will be better again because the weather will not be as nice anymore and people are kind of looking for something to do during like the fall season when there's probably like more rain and clouds and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that next time will be more successful again, but we will see about that. But I'm still returning to this market even though this one was not so much of a success. So let's get into everything that I sold. I don't usually do that, but this time I didn't sell so much, so I thought I could go over every single sale that I did so you can kind of get an idea of all of the stuff that did sell. So first of all, and I have my book here where I write everything down. So this is all of the sales. It's not a lot, it's not even a whole page, even though this was a 2-day market. But let's get into Saturday. So on Saturday I sold one bee for €6, and I will try to put a picture up here of everything that I have a picture of. I'm not sure if I have a picture of every single thing that sold. So one bee for €6. Next I sold 2 turtles and 1 baby whale in one order for €35. Then I sold a wristlet. Then I sold another wristlet, which is super exciting. These were kind of a hit at this market, and this might have something to do with the display I had them on, because that was kind of like an eye catcher. So they did kind of well compared to how the market in general went. So sold 2 wristlets, one after another. Then next up I sold a mini chick with a hat. Next up I sold a big octo and a penguin in one order for €25. Then I sold a cat for €12. I sold a bee chain for €5. I sold my last chubby dino that I had, so I'm all out of them. They have not been great sellers. I think I made 5 for my first market in March, and they just now sold out, but I'm thinking that I might restock a couple of them over the next few weeks just to have them in stock still. And I sell them for €18, but the person who bought it tipped me, so they gave me €20. Then I sold a bobble bear and a chick for €25, so I got a €3 tip because I sell the bobble bear for €12 and the chick for 10, so it would have been €22, but I got 25 from the person who bought them. So again, I'm super grateful for everybody who tips me. That does not happen a lot, but this time it happened kind of a lot, so I'm super happy about that. And then the final sale for Saturday was another wristlet for €8. So in total on Saturday I had 11 sales and I sold 15 items. And then let's get into Sunday. So on Sunday I sold even less than on Saturday. So let's get into that. First I sold a chick, a bee and an octo in one order for €21. Then I sold my bunny snuggler and a mallard duck for €40. This was kind of a deal because I gave them a discount because they were another vendor. So I kind of felt like I could do that, and I like to support other vendors as well, so I thought to do that. Then next up I sold a popple mushroom for €6. I sold a bee for €6. I sold a poppable mushroom and an octo for €11. I sold a cat for €12. I sold 2 turtles for €30. And then I sold a bunny and a hat for €10, which was again to another vendor, so I gave them a slight discount. So on Sunday I had a total of 8 orders, which is not a lot, and I sold 13 items, so even less than on Saturday. This is this is the worst market I've ever had, but let's get into the profit I had from this market. So in total, I sold 28 items in 19 orders, and I made a total of €293. 52 of those were paid with card, and the rest was paid in cash, so €241 was paid in cash. The average order value was kind of higher than usual this time. It was 15 euros 40 cents, and it's usually around 10 to 12 euros for me. So the people who bought from me bought more or like higher priced items this time, which I can definitely tell because usually my baby octos, baby whales, and mini chicks with hats are my best sellers, and this time they did not make the top 3. So my top 3 best sellers from this market, I'm not going to do top 5 because there's only 3 items that I sold more than 2 of. So the top 3 are bees, I sold 3 of them, my wristlets I sold 3 of, and then the number 1 bestseller of this market were my turtles, and I sold 4 of them. So none of my mini items made my bestseller, so that's why the average order value is kind of higher than usual. So let's get into the actual profit that I made from this market. So as I said, there was no booth fee. I had around 40 euros of driving costs, so getting there and back and there and back for the 2 days. That is around 40 euros of costs for me. And then I spent around 10 euros on food. So after subtracting all of that from my 293 euros, I made around 243 euros in profit. So that is not a lot, but the reason why I'm still not mad or sad about this market is because I know that it had nothing to do with me or my products not being good or not being the thing that people wanted. So there was just nobody there. So it has nothing to do with me or my business not being good enough. And I know that I will have a lot of other markets coming up this year where I will do very differently. And also another great thing that I was able to do at this market was that I was able to market prep a lot for my upcoming events. So that is great about crochet, that I can bring all of my stuff to the venue and actually work on my craft while I'm sitting there at the market. And a lot of the other vendors were actually kind of jealous of me being able to actually produce more stuff while I was at the market, because a lot of the other vendors were just kind of like sitting around looking into their phones or like calling somebody or just like reading and all of that, but not being very productive. And I actually made so many items while I was there at the market, because when there's like no one even walking around, I was kind of just like sitting there and working on poppable mushrooms. I usually stand during my markets, but when there's just no one around, I didn't feel bad to sit down and crochet. So I will get out the bag of poppable mushrooms because there's so many and I really want to show them to you in this video. So I made 3 different colors of poppable mushrooms and they're all kind of red. So here they are. I made this very dark burgundy red, this kind of like medium red, and then this very bright red. And I made a total of 27 poppable mushrooms. So here's my bag that I put all of them into. And there's just so many in here. And so I stayed productive during this bummer of a market, and I'm definitely looking forward to some better markets in the fall. My next market will be on October 13th. So that is another one-day event, but it's a super huge fall festival in a town about half an hour away from me. And I actually found this event through another vendor I met at one of my last markets. And he recommended it to me and said that it was like one of the busiest markets regarding foot traffic that he had ever been to. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I have a lot of prepping to do for this market and all of my fall and winter markets, because after that market, I still have 6 more market events coming up this year. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you all again next week for another video. Until then, bye!